Welcome back, guys. We are playing The Legend of Zelda, the Windwaker, for our Throwback Thursdays today. Okay, here we are. Sorry if it was a bit loud, and if it still is. There's not much I can do about it. Trying to talk over it. Big brother! Big brother! Big brother! Don't know why you need the spyglass to see that far away. I knew you'd be here. Hee hee hee. This is my favorite spot to gaze out at the sea. When I play with the gulls, I call it Errol's Lookout. So do you remember what day it is today? You're still half asleep, aren't you? Did you forget? Big brother, it's your birthday. That's why Grandma's been waiting for you to come back to the house. She's been waiting for a while now. It's a good thing I came to find you. You should probably go and see what Grandma wants, don't you think? Yes, do think. Come on, work with me here. Thank you. Been waiting for you, Link. Link, try these on. Time certainly flies. I can't believe you're already old enough to wear these clothes. Don't look so disappointed, dear one. Just try them on. Today is the day to celebrate. It is the day that you become the same age as the young heroes spoken of in all the legends. You only have to wear them for one day, so don't look so down. Be proud, child, poor child. The olden days, this was the day boys were finally considered to be men. They were taught the ways of the sword to prepare them for battle with their enemies. But we don't live in such an age any longer. Our ways are the ways of peace. Nowadays, I suppose Orca is the only one on the island who still knows anything about swordplay. Hanging the family shield on the wall as decoration is another tradition that has been carried down from those days. Does all this make sense to you? Isn't that nice, Link? They suit you perfectly, a perfect fit. Well, tonight I'm going to invite the whole town over for your birthday party, so I'd better start getting ready, shouldn't I? Your grandma is going to make your favorite soup for you tonight. Mmm, I just know you're looking forward to it. Now go get your sister Ariel. I had to get used to the inverted controls. Are there any options? Yes, there is. Targeting mode, rumble feature, sound. But that's just stereo or mono. Hoy, Link, press L right there and use A to talk to me. That's correct, you're a smart one. You, my friend, have just L targeted me. And you see, when you press the L, you can target certain objects. I, for one, use it quite often to talk to folks who are far away from me. Of course, even if there isn't anything around to target, you can press L to face forward. It's quite handy, indeed. There are a myriad of other ways to use L targeting as well. Quite an ingenious little thing, if I do say so myself. Of course, that's not the only trick in my bag, not remotely. I can teach you a few more things if you'll just climb up that ladder over there and drop by my room. Yeah, we'll do that real quick. So soon? My. If you're already old enough to be wearing those clothes, then it's going to be very important for you to gather as much wisdom as you can from now on. If you're to make your way in the world, that is, Link. Now, I've been studying a wealth of topics since long before you were born. I'm what you call a brain of all trades. You're a smart little fellow yourself, aren't you? I've been thinking it's time for me to pass some of my wisdom down, and maybe you're the one I should pass it down to. Everything that you see tacked to the walls here is something that I've researched thoroughly. Before you ask, yes, I do know my filing system is odd. Organizational issues aside, however, it's all extremely useful information. You would do well to read it very carefully. Reading leads to knowing. Such a racket. Can't you keep it quiet? You've knocked everything off my shelves, you drafted hooligan. Honestly, the hooligan I'm referring to is my younger and much less intelligent brother who lives just downstairs. He hates studying all day, every day. The lout just exercises and practices with his weapons. Does he exercise his brain? No, the brain's a muscle too, I think. Anyway, the only thing he does study is the art of fighting. Right now, for instance, he's studying fencing and whatnot, as if that's of any use to anyone. He simply doesn't know how to do anything besides exercise. I ask you, what's a brother to do? Let's look here. 1 point lessons. Lesson 1: The energy of life. To be young is to know no limits in one's stamina. To become young, to become stronger, one must first know oneself. The three hearts in the upper left show one's current life energy. Perhaps a fancier way to describe it is one would call it a life gauge. As one experiences trials and hardships in life, one will naturally gain more hearts. However, if one is injured and takes damage, those hearts will decrease. At such times, it may be possible to replenish one's heart by cutting grass and finding hearts. Lesson 2: Do not underestimate the sea. It is easy to get swept up by a little success in swimming, but the sea can be fickle. Swimming for too long will drain one's energy and eventually one will sink. Watch the round icon in the bottom right while underwater. This one's this one's swim timer. One should be sure to get back to shore before one's swim timer runs out. If one doesn't, I can't be responsible for what happens next. Lesson 3: The Great Map of Life. As one is often hasty and acts without thinking when young, it's easy to get lost on one's way. It is at confused times such as this that one must refer to his or her area map in the lower left. The yellow arrow shows one's current location. Enlarge the map with left, right on the D-pad, or hide the map with left on the D-pad. The up in the top right portion of the area map indicates the wind direction. Always remember that the the wind blows in the direction of the arrow. Always. Material goods. The more things one tries to experience in life, the more experience related belongings one tends to gather. And of course, with those belongings comes a need to keep track of them and keep them in good order. One needs only to press Start Pause to see the items he or she has obtained. The items screen contains items the player can set to and use with Y, Z, and X. The quest status screen, for its part, contains vital items related to one's quest. It's possible to switch between these two screens by pressing L or R. Lesson 5. How not to regret the things one fails to do in life. A very important lesson. There are many things one longs to do in the limited time one has in this world. Easiest way to not to regret things one wanted but failed to do is to save. While you may feel invincible and wish to continue one's quest, one never knows when a disaster or calamity may strike. If one's life energy is exhausted before one has a chance to save, then one's life will have been lived in vain. It is a shame to regret the deeds one has failed to accomplish in life. Press Start Pause and choose Save on either the item screen or the quest status screen. Improving human relations. To improve one's relations with one's fellow beings, one must be outgoing and press A to speak to all people one meets. When one opens one's heart to others, others will open their hearts in return and offer wisdom on many important things. If the person's advice is strange or cannot be understood, one should not feel shy. One should simply ask the person to repeat the statement by pressing A again. More often than not, if one asks politely, a person will say the same thing over and over again until the meaning is clear. Knowing one's own abilities. To improve one's life, it is wise to watch A and R calmly whenever one comes across a person or an object. By doing so, A and R will pass along wisdom regarding how one can best interact with that person or object. To know one's own abilities is to know one's limits. Changing perspective leads to success. The, the young often assume that they can see all that is before them, but oftentimes they are missing out on a grander view. By using the C stick, which is the right joystick on an Xbox controller for this emulator. To change perspective, one can often find oneself gazing up on sights and discoveries one never expected to see. Once one has seen all there is to see around oneself and determine an appropriate course of action, it is wise to then press L and take action. To get things at eye level, one should stop in one's tracks, press L, and tilt the C stick forward, or the right stick. A fool and his rupees are soon parted. It is commonly known that he who makes poor use of rupees will have a hard life. In order to fully enjoy a long life, it is wise to gather rupees early and often. Lesson 10. Becoming the champion of life. Learn all there is to learn in lessons 1 through 9. And no matter what happens, do not give up, do not complain, and do not stay up all night playing. Okay, Now that that's out of the way, then we'll start climbing up the ladder. Hoy, big brother. Did Grandma make that outfit for you? But wow, you look like you'd be way too hot in those clothes. I guess they're pretty neat though. So anyway, Link, can you close your eyes and hold out your hand just for a second? I'm going to give you my most treasured belonging, but just for one day. Happy birthday! Telescope, this is your sister's most precious belonging. Treasure it dearly. Set it to Y, Z, or X, and use it by pressing whatever button you set it to. Do it now and see what you can see. So, well, do you like it? I'm letting you borrow this special gift just because you're my big brother. Aren't you lucky? Ooh, why don't you try it out right now? Try looking over at our house from here. Okay. Postman looks kind of weird, doesn't he? Ah, Link, the sky. Look up in the sky. Link, this is so terrible. That girl fell into the forest. She needs help. But it's too dangerous for you to go in there without something you can use to defend yourself with. Let's see. Why did you bring that little piglet all the way just for me? Oh, thank you so much. I've been thinking of getting a pet pig for a while now. The boys will be so happy when they get home. You sweetie. Oh, Link, hold out your hand. This is your reward. Don't spend it all in one place. 20 rupees. Why, this little darling is cute as a button, you know. It's so cute that I wouldn't mind having even more of them. Why, did you bring me another piglet? Oh, you were all worried about this little guy would get lonely hanging out inside the fence all by himself. That is the sweetest thing I've ever heard. Thank you so much for bringing us yet another family member. Here's a little something for you. A red rupee, another 20 rupees. If you find any other little piglets, you know where to bring them. What's in here? Nothing. Mine. I think we'll do one island per episode, so I can take my time with this one. Orange rupees worth 100 rupees. Here we go. Oh, what is the matter, Link? You have an urgent look about you. Has something happened? Whatever it is, from the look on your face, I suspect it is no laughing matter. What say you? Have you come for some serious instruction in the way of the sword? Very good. Your first lesson shall be the horizontal slice. Face me and press B. Do not fear for my safety. I am ready for you. Good. Keep coming at me until you're safe. Very good. Next is the vertical slice. Hold L to target me, then press B. Keep swinging. Very good. Next is the thrust. L target until up on the stick. Press B. What? Spin attack. Hold B briefly. Parry attack. Very good again. L target and watch closely for A. Very good. Now finally the jump attack. Once more. That is a fine display. Yet I sense a certain anxiousness in the sword you hold, an eagerness that goes far beyond the mere desire to be wielded on the fields of battle. I do not know what has happened, but I have faith in you. Somehow I doubt you will misuse that sword. You may have it, Link. I give it freely. Take the blade with you. Hero's sword. Use it wisely and carefully. You don't want to let down the kind old man who has entrusted it to you. Since the olden days, the sword has been used to fend off evil. Its blade is infused with the desire to become strong and righteous. Be strong, Link. Here we go. Link, what's the thing you have on your back? Why are you carrying a dangerous thing like that around? What? Oh. Okay, I understand. I can only use the sword. I can't get the shield just yet. Okay. So then I go this way. Sometimes you can find things in the grass when you cut it, so it isn't always a thankless chore. It pays, buddy. I thought you was gonna give me extra. Here we go. There she is up in the tree. Ouch. Wow, what's with that get up? Well, whatever. So, where am I? Oh, that's right. The giant bird came and Miss Tetra. Oh, thank goodness you're safe. When I saw that you got, when I saw you get dropped on this summit, I thought for sure you summit. So that bird dropped near the top of the mountain. But that wasn't nice of it. Why don't you stand there? Let's go. Time to repay your debt to that bird in full. But miss, what about this boy? Don't worry about him. Come on. Boy, big brother. Brother. Stupid kid. Get a hold of yourself. She's gone. There's nothing you can do. What? You want to come with us on our ship? You understand what you're asking for pirates, pirates, the terror of the seas. What do you what do we get out of bringing some helpless little kid along with us? I'll tell you what, we get a headache. I know how you must feel with your sister having been kidnapped and all, but that doesn't really have anything to do with us, now does it? And how do you figure that? Whoa, whoa, whoa there. Just who are you and where do you get off butting in on someone else's conversation? Please, all I mean is that you big bad pirates hadn't come up to this quiet little island, that poor girl wouldn't have been snatched away by that bird. And just what do you mean by that? Just be quiet for a moment and I'll tell you. Now, as my work entails delivering letters, I spend much of my time traveling amongst the many different islands. As a result, I hear many things. Have any of you heard the word that young girls have been getting kidnapped lately, all from all regions of the Great Sea? No matter whether you've heard it or not, it seems to be the case. Young girls with long ears like yours have been getting kidnapped, never to be seen again. And unless my eyes fail me, the young girl who was just kidnapped from this island also has long ears, does she not? Much like you do, Miss Fearsome Pirate. My point is that bird mistook that poor girl for you, and that's why it grabbed her. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it was young Link here who saved you from the monsters in the forest, wasn't it? Is this true? Oh, and while I'm at it, I may as well tell you that that bird that kidnapped both you and Link's sister has made its found nest to the north on the heights of the Forsaken Fortress. Forsaken Fortress? Isn't that the place where... So, what are you going to do? Under the circumstances, I don't think it would be unreasonable for you to give Link a little help. Now, would it? Hmm. I don't need you to tell me that. Even if I were to consider it, lately I've heard nothing but evil rumors about this Forsaken Fortress. You can't possibly mean to go there with nothing but that cheap little sword. That's not brave, it's stupid. I mean, come on, even a simple little island like this has to have something you could use as a shield. Something to protect yourself with, anything. Tell you what, if you come back with something like that, we'll let you stow away on our ship. Oh, and one more thing. Once we leave, you won't be coming back here for a while, so you'd better say goodbye to your family while you still have the chance. I don't want you getting all weepy-eyed and homesick on me. Link, is this what you're looking for? Take it with you. Hero Shield. This is a legendary shield said to have been used by the hero himself. Hold R to defend yourself. You can hold R to hold. You can also hold R to defend while L targeting. I guess it's true. Errol has been kidnapped, hasn't she? What kind of monster could take such a sweet young child? Wow, that's a decrepit old shield. Are you sure you can still use that thing? Or are you going to get splinters and cry? Well, whatever. If you're ready, then let's go. Are you ready? Yes. Good luck, Link. Good luck finding Errol. Take care of yourself. How much longer is this going to go on? Do you think? Do you have an estimate? Are you sure you should just quit right now? Seriously, think about it. I can tell. I can tell you're just going to get more sentimental from here on out. There's still time, you know. Are you sure you wouldn't just should just turn around and take take uh okay. Okay. That's the first island done. If you like this video, go ahead and leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, turn on the notification bell, and leave a comment. I will be answering any and all comments, unless there's over 100. I don't have time for that, obviously. But see you in the next one. Peace.